right, you guys, so today we're going to show you how to properly flat iron the hair. Okay, before you flat iron the hair, it needs to be round brushed. So you're going to round brush always before you flat iron somebody's hair, because it gives it a better effect afterwards. It makes it a lot more smoother, less frizz. So you never want to just blow dry somebody like this and then flat iron, because it's not going to be as great as it would be if you round brush first, get it nice and smooth, get the cuticle nice and smooth, and then flat iron. You will see the difference, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, we're going to pretend like she's already been round brushed, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and section her into 4 sections. I know some of you guys were struggling with sectioning, so I'm gonna show you 2 different ways on how you can section, you know, either with a comb or with a clip, or a comb that has a rat tail, like it's like a pointy end. I don't have that with me right now, but you know, you get the gist of it, okay? So with my clip, I'm gonna open it up, and I use the pointer as a tool to make a straight line, okay? And when you make the straight line, you want to start in the middle of the nose and go back, okay, to the crown. This is the crown where you can lay flat your hand. And then you're going to take it to the crown, and you're going to bring it right behind the ear, okay, like this, okay? And then always make your sections neat, because you don't want the quality of your work to look messy, okay? Even if it's sectioning, your clients will appreciate that you're being gentle with their hair, and not just this ugly, you know, clipped hair out. Make it nice and neat, okay? So brush that hair out if it's looking a little rough. Twist the hair, okay? Not too tight, because remember, you just round brushed it, so you don't want to create like another curl or anything. And then clip it, okay? And then you're gonna do the same for the other side. You're gonna find your crown, okay? And then here it is, the top, and take that all the way to the back of the ear, and there you go, okay? So again, I'm gonna go ahead and brush it, so it'll be a nice, neat section. And then also, if you're doing this on a real person, you do wanna ask them where they part their hair, because they might not all part their hair in the center. So you want to part their sections how they part their hair. So for instance, if she was a real person, I would ask her, you know, which way do you part your hair? And what if she tells me, well, I part it on this side? Then I would make my section more on this side, and she would have more hair on this side, okay? All right, so now with the back, I'm going to show you how to section it with a comb. So I just take the bigger teeth over here, and I just slide it all the way down, like you're kind of stabbing it in the scalp, but not excessively, just enough to get all that hair. And then what I do is, with my hand, I can kind of feel where my comb stops, and then I separate it like that. Once I got it separated, then I can take this hair and then clip it out of the way, okay? And then now I'm left with this side, okay? You can clip it out of the way for now if you want, but since that's the side that I'm starting off, I don't need to, okay? So you want to brush the hair, make sure you get all the tangles out, which again, you shouldn't really have tangles because you just round brushed it. But if you want to run through it just one more time just to smooth it out, that's perfectly fine, okay? So if you're doing a client, you always want to use some type of heat protection for the hair, so that it doesn't get overwhelmed with all the heat, since you round brushed and you flat ironed. So always do that step before you round brush, okay? So we're gonna pretend like we've already put the protectant on her. All right, so with the person that you're either your model, yourself, or your mannequin head, you always want to take small sections. Never take huge sections like this in flat iron, because you're not going to get a good flat iron, okay? So you want to take about 1 inch subsections. So let me show you what 1 inch looks like. When you clip this hair out, comb it upwards or brush it up so that none of that hair comes down when you're trying to flat iron this piece, okay? So I'm going to take my clip, and I'm gonna twist that hair up so it's not in my way, okay? So here's the section that I'm doing. Can you see that good? Okay, so that's the section I'm doing. So do y'all see the inch? That's a small size. Now, if the person that you're doing, the model that you're doing has super coarse, thick hair, then you might want to cut that in half, like half an inch. Because if their hair is a lot thicker, it's not gonna flat iron that well if you take 1 inch subsections. So it depends on the person's thickness of hair, okay? So keep that in mind. Her hair is pretty normal, so that's why I can take this much. You always want to take the hair out to a 90. This is a 90 degree, so that you can get closer to the scalp. Because if she had really curly hair and you started flat ironing from here, you're gonna miss that whole section right here. So that's why if you take it out from here.
Good morning, staff.
Sorry.
It is 9:15.
Let's take a pause.
Take your second period attendance, please, and don't forget to keep updating your attendance. Thank you.
Okay, so if you flat iron it from here and you put your flat iron, you're gonna miss this whole like inch or two from the scalp. So you never want to flat iron it just going down like this, okay? Take it out to a 90 degree so that you can get close to the scalp and flat iron on that, okay? I know flat ironing seems like so simple, but it's really not, because there's a right way and there's a wrong way, okay? So I have my flat iron on, and what I'm gonna do is with my comb, because my flat iron gets really hot, okay? You shouldn't even really touch your hair, the hair, whenever you are flat ironing. It should be all in the works of your comb and your flat iron, okay? So I'm taking my big teeth and I'm facing it upwards, okay? As I'm facing it upwards, okay, I'm bringing it out to the 90 degree, okay? So I'm going to apply my flat iron as close as I can to the scalp, but you don't want to leave it on there too long because the heat will get close to the scalp and then they'll feel that burn, okay? See how the smoke is coming out, okay? So you're holding it up, you're flat ironing it, and you're following the flat iron with your comb. See how the comb is directly below it? The reason why we do that is so that it's combing the hair as you're flat ironing it, so that you don't miss any spots at all. And it's gonna give you the most smoothest flat iron, okay? And then if the person's hair is really thick, you might need to do a double pass. But see how I didn't even touch that hair? So watch it again. I close and I slowly go down with my comb. I don't comb and then just keep going. No, I am flat ironing and my comb is right below it like this. And I don't even have to touch it because sometimes it's so hot that if you are touching it, it's gonna burn your hands or your fingers, okay? So there you go. And then you're gonna take your next section, okay? Small sections, you guys. You wanna give quality work. Don't give someone, you know, a flat iron that you're not happy with, because if you're not happy with the work that you did, they're not gonna be happy and they're your paying clients, okay? So again, I'm going to push down and I'm pulling it up. I'm not starting down here. I'm pulling it out like this to a 90. And then I'm following it slowly with my comb. Don't leave it on there for a long time because what that's gonna cause is a line of demarcation. So I don't know, can you see that line of demarcation there? A little bit, okay. Well, it's right there where I stopped because I just left it there. So you never just wanna leave your flat iron like this on the same spot because it's gonna leave a line. So again, 90, slowly, but you're still moving it, sliding it down all the way towards the ends. And you get a nice flat iron, okay? One more time. I'm gonna take my next subsection. Okay, y'all can see the before I flat iron it. She has a little wave to it. And then if your hands are small and you can't hold this whole section, it's okay to break it into two halves like that. Like do this one first. I'm still pulling it out at a 90 and I'm going slowly. People with thin hair, you might only need to do one time, okay? And then one more time, just to get a smoother effect, let it fall. And see how you're not doing any of the handwork here. All it's doing is your comb and your flat iron that's doing the work for you, okay? and then I go to this side and I do the same thing. 1, 2. Okay, and then you're after. See that? See how smooth it is? Okay, and I got it up as close as I could to the scalp. So that's what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna continue on and you're gonna do this side all flat iron, and then once you do that side, don't clip it back up, because once it's straight and you, let's say all of this is flat iron, and then you go in and clip it, what's gonna happen? It's gonna make a crease where the clip is at. So there's no need to clip it, okay? Just let it be smooth, okay? So then you would work your way to this side and you would do the same thing. Start from the bottom, work your way up, okay? And then on the side, you'll do the same thing. You'll take a small section. I'll show you how to do it from the side, okay? Here's my side view. And then you're gonna lift the hair to a 90, and then you wanna be careful because her ear is right there. So if you're not that confident yet, what I would recommend if you're doing it on somebody, I would tell them, can you hold your ear back like, I don't know if y'all can see it. Can you hold your ear like this while I do just around the ear, okay? If you're not that confident. But if you're confident, then go for it, okay? So I'm gonna lift the hair, and I'm gonna slowly start working it down. And some of your flat irons may not get as hot as mine does, and you might have to go like 3 or 4 times, and that's okay. Just make sure that you're not burning the hair. So I'm gonna do it one more time, and then I let that fall, okay? And then I take my next section, and I do the same exact thing until I get to the very top, okay? Let the comb and the flat iron do all the work. Okay, so it should be nice and straight. There should be no frizz at all, okay? So once you complete that, all of the hair should be nice and smooth, and she should have nice straight hair, okay? And that's how you do a proper flat iron.